Okay, welcome back. Before this video really starts, I want to show you something. And sorry if the sound is bad, I didn't want to connect my microphone. But I found this pen, this Artline High Performance 90. It's like I think it's for like a whiteboard or an office pen. So it's really like, but it's great. It's pretty dark. And I drew some things with it. I want to show you. I drew my guitar. Pretty bad, but I still think it's something I did really quick to test how it worked. Yeah. And then I drew this guy, which is just on a printer paper. I drew this in English class because we just had to read a book, and since I can't really read, I'm listening to the book and the audio book. So I think, I might as well draw while I do so. So I used this pen, office pen, to draw a pretty nice picture, and it has kept the color really good, and I really like it. I might cut some of it off so it becomes smaller, so it becomes fuller of the page, and then maybe frame it because it's actually really cool. Yeah, that's what I had to show you before the video really starts. Yeah, welcome back to another video. I'm drawing today again, as you probably have guessed. I hope you liked the drawing before, because I really did. Like, I thought it was really one of my really good drawings. So I'm probably going to go out in my car and take one of the frames from one of the pictures which didn't make it to the store that I had most of my framed drawings put in, and probably going to switch it out. Maybe. I'm not sure. I like this drawing too. It's not as good, to be honest, but it has a great quality, and I just wanted to use the bigger pen. I used the smaller side, the pointed side for it, which is really great. And yeah, I think it's a fine drawing in the small, quick sketchbook. Just keeping the practice. So yeah, I don't know if you can hear that I'm walking, but I'm walking over to my studio, my atelier, and I am looking at a new painting I'm working on. 100 by 100 centimeters, so a pretty large painting, I would say. It's very different right now. It's a very messy sketch, and that's on purpose, and it's very wild and weird and different, and I love it, and it's going to be really amazing. And hopefully it works out the way I think it's going to work out. And even if it doesn't, that may be good. I'm trying something different. I'm trying something new. I'm trying something more abstract, but even just more crazy, just doing stuff, just working with it. Because I realized my stuff was getting static, and the thing I love the most is, of course, the stuff I like. Cool, scary, kind of disturbing, weird stuff. But also, I like energy, I like power, I like movement. And I wanted to document my movement. Not like those who just like paint stupid scribbles. It's still going to look like something, but it's going to be looking like a very abstract person thing. I'm going to be like, you're going to see it, and hopefully you're going to love it if it's good. Like, I'm going to love it if it becomes good, and I'm probably going to keep doing it like that because I did something new. I started the painting by taking a large brush and just doing some crazy, weird, random brush strokes, which was like weird for me. And it creates a barrier of something I want to keep, or something that could inspire me to do something. Like, if you've watched on social medias, that guy who does like random ink monsters, like Kim Das Holm or something. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's his name. Don't quote me on that though. But he's really cool. And he's ink monsters, both they're monsters. I like monsters, of course. But the random ink splotches, which becomes like inspiration for something, is really great. And I kind of want to get some of that energy in my stuff in some way. Not completely the same way, but also kind of. I need to embrace more random, and I needed to embrace more power and energy. I think I've said those two words like a million times by now. But yeah, very, very simple drawing here in the sketchbook, but it will be a little bit different than the others because I will use some color on it later, as you'll probably see. And of course, this is a real-time drawing because it was so short, it went by so quickly. Maybe you can hear some birds in the background because the weather is really nice. It's really like, I think it's 16 degrees Celsius, which is pretty nice if you don't know what that means. It's pretty hot. So I'm just walking around in my sweatpants and chilling. I bought some new shorts today, which are really cool. Like in the small city where I live, or close to where I live, there's opened a new store, which is like a clothing store, which is like one of those excess layer sales. Where it's like, okay, we were gonna check it out because we were like, it's probably gonna be some clothes for like dads and like old people and stuff like that. But no, it was actually good stuff and cool brands, which like, yeah, some of the things were mostly for grown ups, but they had some things that were really cool. Like I found some shorts, which are really cool, and my friend found a polo, and my other friend found a short sleeved shirt. So I really found some cool stuff, and it was more expensive than buying something used in a charity shop or a thrift store. But again, for completely new stuff, but still used, that's pretty fine. Like I think I paid more than fair. Like I think I paid like I think the shorts were like 90% off, and they were kind of expensive. They were like I think like $150 new, but I paid like like 90-80% of that, I think, which is that's really good. And also you save on shipping. But we were like, there's some cool stuff here, but we checked out most of it, and we didn't have time to check all of it. And some of it more were better suited for the winter maybe because we're going to summer, but some of the stuff were still like summer acceptable. And yeah, it's just cool that stuff is actually happening in the little city close to me because Jesus, like it's, sometimes you're afraid of the city dying kind of because nothing happens. Like you know, there's mostly just stores where you can buy food and grocery stores like that, and like two clothing stores which are kind of boring, and one is really expensive, which like this thing opens, it's another clothing store, but at least it's cool and has better prices, and that's just nice. And so yeah, hopefully the city will grow a bit. I think it's a fine city. It could be a great city. It will take some time though. Nobody becomes great in one day. At least nobody who is actually great becomes that. Yeah. You see, the drawing is nearly done. Here, this guy, he has kind of spiky hair because like I just decided to. Especially because the drawing I showed you before had like curly hair, so I didn't want to do stuff like that. I didn't want to do something. And yeah, pretty basic, kind of boring, but I still think cool. And sometimes boring and basic is nice. Like just creating is important, and especially for me because I have to make these videos. I don't have to, but I like to. And this is kind of an intermediate because not my best work, not my worst work ever. I think it's a cool video. At least I think it's a cool drawing. Just want to show you all and just talk about my day and my life and stuff. And of course, the exam movie is going great. We're working on it. We have to film tomorrow, and we have to film on Friday probably, and Saturday and Sunday. So we have a lot of filming, but it's not sure that we're gonna. We will film tomorrow. Actually, we just take some time, but we still have other stuff to do. We have to write some more and edit a little bit because that's just also a part of it. And we're not sure we're gonna use all the time. Like we've put off. We've taken time off to be able to record it, but it's not certain we're gonna use it. I hope if we need to use it all, we'll use it all. If we don't, then we don't. Like that's just. It's pretty simple. It makes sense. And here I used blue because I just felt like most of my stuff is red because I really like red, my favorite color. But also just want to do something different. And then I lined up the eyes with some green because my eyes are green, and I felt like it would be a bit boring if the eyes weren't any color. And yeah, then I did one last thing. I lined up the places that got a little bit overshadowed by the blue. Since it's pastel, it just goes over the ink, which means I kind of have to draw it up again to make it more clear, which is no problem at all. I actually like doing that. Yeah. But anyway, I want to say thank you for watching. Have a nice day, night, or whenever you're watching this. Just have a nice time. And hope you liked the video. Please subscribe and just, yeah. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Bye.